The Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry earlier on Tuesday held the 2021 annual general meeting on the country's trade sector at the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Center. Members of different trading sectors brought together their thoughts on the Chamber's position in the growth of industries beyond the borders of the West African nation. Amindao has more details of that in this report.
The Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, being a membership organization, is responsible for the stimulation of business development and promotion of trade in the country. One of its major engagements is the organization of the annual International Trade Fair as one of the leading business exhibition events in the sub-region for the promotion of businesses and interstate commercial transactions. The annual general meeting was meant to review achievements and challenges for the year under review and discuss with members the way forward on the country's trade matters. Hadin Jai, a member of the chamber, raised concern over what she recognized as a gap between the elderly and the young in GCCI-sponsored activities.
It's like you people, the ones you have started with are the only ones you know, that is the elder members. We, the youth, at the grassroots, are not normally included in some of your travels and meetings. The older ones should try and drag the youth to climb up because they are aging. If they do not show us the way, we will not know. I have observed that only certain people will be attending events and meetings outside the country. Sometimes I sit and ask myself, why am I part of this? You are paying our dues, but even at some of these events, you will just hear them, or we will just see them travel, which is not fair. This should be an open thing where all will be inclusive.
As the chamber is set up for all, people in other parts of the country feel exempted from a number of opportunities.
I'm representing the people of Kombo South in the West Coast region. Us, like any other person, we should see ourselves in this. For me, I was brought up in Bakau, but I'm residing at Brusubi. But I do everything in Kombo South. I want you people to have sympathy for us and see us as Gambians. If you look at the women in Kombo South and other areas in the province, they are female citizens of this country. They should not be left behind. Either you are the president today because we voted for you to look after us. Please try and support women at the grassroots level. Don't forget about us because we are also part of this country. But here all we talk about is Serekunda and Banjul, and those are the people we see traveling. Try to turn your back on us. We also want to see ourselves as members of the chamber.
Hence, women are seen at the forefront of many businesses in the country. Kebanjai urged the chamber to be more supportive to them to keep the chamber strong.
The other thing I want to proliferation of chambers.
What I want to say right now is we have a low reformation of chambers, and Mr. President, if that happens, it's like the chamber has done a great job because it's like we want to include it in the line. If that happens, we can carry all the women on our back by bringing the Women's Chamber of Commerce and housing them all at the GCCI. We will also bring the Youth Chamber of Commerce and house them as well. There is nothing wrong in doing all that, even if we are going to charge them. Let's charge them a small amount as their contribution. But let's try and help them so that they can see themselves in the chamber.
The president of Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Idrissa Job, promised members of the chamber with additional networking events to ensure the flow of ideas after observing that the space provided for the AGM was limited.
A forum like this, then continue.
The importance of a forum like this is we should try and continue it because today people are exchanging ideas. We have seen mentors giving advice to the people. No matter the age difference, if the younger one is more experienced than you are in what both of you are doing, then he is your elder and your mentor. Listening to each other is education. Education is when someone has passed through routes to get to where he is. So I think I will promise you that we will start after this meeting for us to have more networking events. It will allow us to be telling each other the truth, because telling each other the truth is very important. However difficult it is, we must be brave enough to face each other and speak the truth.
The meeting considered the financial report of the Chamber for the period ending 31st December 2020 for adoption, as well as the audit and activity reports. For iAfrica News, I am Amindao.